Hello, this is SJ Talks with Mike coming back at you with a new video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and share. Um, I got it on my Jazzy live here the other day. I want to I'm gonna play you a little. I'm gonna play you some of what she's saying. I'm, I may not play the whole thing, but I'm gonna play some of what she's saying, and then I'm gonna come back with my commentary.
Like, want to see you just give up. Like, I would understand if I knew who this person was, but I just feel like, bitch, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm dealing with my own internal battles, and I feel like this bitch is making me just want to give up. Like, like I'm already mentally just trying to hang on by a thread. I have so much on my fucking mind. There's so much I'm just dealing with. And I'm just like, bitch, leave me the fuck alone. Like, just I'm tired of people just messing with me for no reason. Like, bitch, leave me alone and live your fucking life. Like, I'm not worried about you. Leave me alone. Why is it that you feel like this shit is okay to do? You think that all this shit is okay to do? Like, just leave me alone. Like, I'm just irritated because it's just more stuff that just keeps happening. I'm just, leave me alone. Bitch, save your money. Don't pay people to come to my house. Don't pay people to call. Don't pay people to do this or do that. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, right now, just leave me alone. Go live your fucking life. I don't know you. You don't know me. It's like you see me at my breaking point and you want me to just drop dead. Like, leave me alone right now. Like, I'm I'm going through so much right now, and y'all only know a glimpse of it. Y'all just know it's because of her and Chris, or she wants whatever the fuck y'all think. It's so much more to what I'm going through right now, and I just want to be left alone. You know, I don't care. You know, I feel like I just want to be left alone. Maybe when I'm gone off this earth, they'll feel happy or something. But it should, like, just leave me alone.
Mm-mm.
I feel like all the the extra stuff. Like I said, it doesn't, like, we get it, bitch. You got money. Paying people to come to my house, paying people to take pictures of my house, calling, all this shit.
Mm.
Just leave me alone right now. Like, I'm asking you. I don't know you. I don't live your life. I don't care if you talk about me, but as far as doing the extra, just stop. Like, just leave me alone. Like, I'm not even crying because of that. It's just, you know how you feel like so much stuff becomes overwhelming, and it's like, damn, I don't even know if I can handle it. Like, I feel so overwhelmed I feel defeated, like, just by life right now, and I just want to be left alone. Like, damn. I'm hiding so much. I don't have anything to hide. I just feel like when somebody's going through and they just don't want to talk to somebody or they don't want to be bothered, like, just leave them alone. Everybody's different. I hold back so much because I don't want, it's not even so much. It's just, I think about everybody involved. Everybody. You know, I just feel like, I don't even want to talk about it. Just know that it's a lot on my mind. And I'm just going through a lot. I've been going through a lot for a while, dealing with a lot. I just know that there's not a lot of people in my corner. You know? Just know people think that they be trying to make things better and they just make a lot of things worse. Like, I just want to pack up and just leave the state. Like, I don't even want to be here no more.
Well, Jazz,
Yeah. I wish it was that easy. You can sit and ignore when people come to your house and do all extras. Everything just gets overwhelming. Everything, not even just social media, like just everything. Life. I feel like right now I'm just overwhelmed. And, you know, as I read those comments, wow. Oh, this is crazy to say, but no disrespect. I am not worried about your life, what you got going on. I'm trying to put my foot in front of the other right now to worry about taking your page down because you think whatever you have said or you're talking about me. I, like, well, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you doing, but like, damn, when does the is like I have the worst support system, and that's why I had to get on antidepressants whenever I did get on them. I have the worst fucking support system. Like, no one's just like understands what a person go through or what they're feeling or how they're feeling.
Jazz.
sometimes I wish I had, like, I don't know, just more, somewhere I can go and take my mind off of things. Like, you know, just to get out this fucking house too.
Anywho, that's let's see. I can let's see.
Mm. Sorry, I was reading those comments.
Yeah, this is her live. This is her live. She's saying she feel like giving up on here. You know, you guys, I guess you guys pretty much get the gist of what she's saying, and that this person that is harassing her um, keeps bothering her. I suggested in her comment section that she needs to find out where this person is at and call the police or do something. It's illegal to harass someone. But this person, I guess, thinks that she flagged their channel and been harassing her, like I said in the other video. Um, and here she's the title of this live is very disturbing to me. I just feel like giving up. And the one thing I said, I told her, and a lot of other people was telling her in her comment section, is that Jazz, you gotta be strong. I know that this man put a hurting on you. I know this man put a hurting on you, sis. I know that he put a hurting on you. I know that he left you. And it's even more devastating when it's the father of your child. When it's the father of your child, is even more devastating. Um, it's a lot of people on here that's, it's like I talked about that the other day in my video about these reactors. Um, some of them are just not showing any mercy. It's just still on here bashing her. And you know what? I'm gonna let God. You gotta let God deal with those people. Um, but it's like Jazz and a lot of people are saying, a lot of her she got more supporters than she do haters, but a lot of her supporters, and I even said in the comment section that she's got to be strong for those babies. Like, Jazz, you have to be strong for those kids. You have to be strong for those babies. I know that this man hurt you. A lot of us have already been there. We know what that's like. I was looking at Tasha TMR's commentary on it, and she was saying that, basically saying that life goes on, and I agree that life goes on, and she's got 5 babies there that she needs to be strong for. I mean, can't be talking about giving up because you got 5 babies. When we're mothers, we don't have the luxury of just giving up when we got little ones depending on us. Because I've been through some stuff too when I was raising my kids, and I didn't have the luxury of just giving up. I had to keep it moving. And that's where you have to call out on God. This is where God comes in at, Jazz. This is where you have to call on God to help you. Because when I was going through things like that, um, going through stuff, you know, because you a single mother, you gonna go through some depression or whatever, and it's not always about a heartbreak, but you're gonna be going through some type of depression or because it's just rough, you know. Um, but that's when you have to call on God. I know that when I called on God, He helped me. He gave me the strength to endure mentally and physically. And that's what you have to do, Jazz. You got to call on Jehovah God. He will help you. He will help you. But you can't give up, baby girl. You can't give up, queen. You got to hang in there for those babies because you got 5 little ones that's dependent on you. So you got to be strong as single mothers. You you got to be strong for your kids. You have to be strong for your kids. You have to uh you got little ones depending on you, you know. And that's it is what it is. I mean, when we lay down and we make these kids don't ask to come here. They didn't ask to come here. And when the fathers don't do right, still got to step up. Still got to step up and do what you got to do as a mother, as a woman, as a mother for your kids. And here she's talking about giving up and everything, but Jazz, you can't do that. It's like you got to be strong for those babies. They need you, you know. And a lot of people I know, somebody came in my comment section, and a lot of other people have been in her comment section making the suggestion that maybe she should get off of social media. Um, I think she should take a break. I definitely think that she should take a break. You know, because and that's another thing a lot of people are saying, and I was thinking too, is that you know coming on social media. This is another thing that I'm concerned about on here. I was looking at another video. I don't know what that YouTuber, because I was kind of half asleep. I was kind of half awake and half asleep, but it was on this video, and I don't know whose channel it was, about this lady that was telling a story about she was getting a divorce, and she was getting a divorce. I guess she had shared custody of her children, and she went to get some mental health. Something happened in her family, or something happened, and she was having some mental health issues, dealing with depression or whatever, and whatever like that. So she went to get some mental help. Her ex-husband used that as leverage to get custody of her kids. And he told some lies and pulled some strings and managed to get her kids taken away from her because she went to get some help. Um, he literally winded up using that against her. And she was telling the story about she had to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get her kids back, you know, because he was trying to declare her unstable, and he used it as leverage to take the kids away from her. So that's what I was thinking here. It's like, Jazz, you gotta be careful. As content creators, we have to really, really be careful. That's another thing that I'm concerned about. We have to really, really be careful about what we share here on YouTube. All content creators, including myself, we have to be careful what we put out there and what we talk about, because she's talking about giving up and all this kind of stuff, and um her her other children fought, like Philip, um could use that as leverage to get custody of her children, or she could get her children taken away because they could declare her unstable. And I was looking at this, and I was like, yeah, I mean, when I seen that other video, that lady saying that, I thought about that. I said, yeah, I said, um, Jazz might want to be careful about coming on here talking about how she want to give up, because she's talking about how she wants to give up and all this kind of stuff, and like she want to take herself out. And so that's you kind of you got to be careful, because you don't want to be declared unstable and then have your children taken away. I know she doesn't want that. So, because I was listening to that other woman's story, and I was like, wow, She went to get some mental help, and her ex-husband, used that as leverage to get the children taken away. And she was able to get them back. Only reason why she was able to get them back because he lied. He lied. Well, she had to prove herself fit. She had to go through some things to prove herself fit to get her kids back. But then he lied about what state he was in and all that kind of stuff. I don't even know what channel it was on, but I was kind of half asleep. But it just happened to be on this channel, and then this woman was telling his story, and yeah, it was real deep. So Jazz might want to be careful as far as that. As content creators, we have to be really, really careful about what we put here on YouTube. Um, and she does have a lot of supporters, including myself. Um, and when you're going through something, you sometimes want to, and there's nothing wrong with sharing certain things. There's nothing wrong with talking about how you feel and everything on here, because sometimes I do that too. But at the same time, you got to be careful about what we have to be careful about what we say, because what you say could be used against you at some point, or just oversharing, just putting too much of your business out there and just oversharing, because everything is not for social media. So as content creators, we have to be careful with that, because at the end of the day, because a lot of reactors, they use that against her. The negative reactors will use this some of what she's saying against her, and so so she might want to be careful about saying she want to end it and all that kind of stuff, because it can be used against her. That's kind of what my concern is. And so Jazz, I think Jazz just needs to go for therapy. I think she needs to. Nia, another YouTuber by the name of Nia E, told her she can come and talk to her for free. I guess she's a therapist slash life coach, and she suggested that Jazz can come and um, talk to her for free. So I mean, I highly recommend that Jazz gets some therapy, gets some help. And she's had some issues before. She's been very vocal about it. Um, like I said, there's nothing wrong with coming on here and you know letting people know how you feel or whatever situation. Because I do that sometimes too. But at the same time, we have to be careful what we're putting out there, and what that some things is just you just need to talk to God about, or a licensed psychologist, a licensed therapist. Um, you either talk to God or a licensed therapist or both. Some things, everything is not for social media, because people will take what you say or whatever like that, and they'll turn it against you, or um, it could be used against you. And I would hate for Jazz to, because she already has had CPS knocking on her door several times because people calling on her and all that kind of stuff. So she might want to be careful about coming on here talking about giving up and all this kind of stuff. Just a little, constructive criticism, but yeah, Jazz, you gotta be strong for those babies. You got 5 babies that's depending on you. I know that man put a hurting on you, but you got to you got to get yourself together. You got to pull yourself together, and you got to be strong for those babies. And TMR was making a point that, and I agree that, as mothers, you know, women go through heartbreaks. Single mothers go through heartbreaks and disappointments and like that every day. But we still got to get up. Life goes on, and you still got to get up and do what you got to do. As a mother, you got to get up and do what you got to do. You got to muster up enough strength. You got to have enough love for your babies to muster up enough strength to get up and do what you have to do. Because I know I've been there. I've been there. Been there, done that. But you got to muster up enough strength, and that's where God come in at, calling out on God. You got to have a muster up enough strength to get up and still do what you have to do as a mother. You know, you got to have enough love for your babies to get up, to show up for them and do what you got to do for them. Because once these kids come here, it's not about us anymore. It really isn't about us. Once these kids come here, it's about our kids. We have to put them first. I mean, yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. She definitely has to take care of herself so she can be there for her kids. But you got to um, get yourself together and be there for those babies. Because at the end of the day, they did not ask to come here. So she was saying something about she didn't have much of a support system. Because I thought her mom, I don't know what the situation is with her mother or whatever like that. But I just hope that maybe she can get some family members to help her and stuff like that. But yeah, um, at this point, it is what it is. I mean, she's gonna have to get it together for those babies. I feel bad for Legendary because this man doesn't have a good track record. Wasn't doing too good of a job being there for his other kids, and he's probably going to basically do the same thing to Legend, and he's not really going to be there for him either. So it's really unfortunate. I just hate to see this same scenario play out time and time again for black children. Growing up without fathers and stuff like that, and so I really hate that. I mean, I really hate that for Jazz. I hate that for any of these mothers, and I really feel bad for poor little Legendary because he needs his father. And man, I'm telling you, these men are a piece of work. But, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. But yeah, I think it would be best if Jazz gets off of social media for a while. Maybe she needs to get off of social media for a while, get herself together. I know that's easier for me to say because um, I know that YouTube is her bread and butter. A lot of her income comes from being a content creator, and I get it because everybody's situation is different. But if, maybe she could get a part-time job. Maybe get a part-time job and then do YouTube on the side. I did it for years. I mean, when I worked and still did YouTube on the side. So maybe that's what she needs to do. Maybe get a part-time job and then work YouTube on the side. Then that's good commentary right there. It's like, you know, a working single mom, life of a working single mom. So I think that would be some interesting content, showing how she navigates balancing work and taking care of her kids. So that would be good content right there. So but I think she needs to take a break for a while. I think just she needs to take what I would do if I was her. I would post some flashback videos. I would put some flashback videos on, you know, uh take some of her good content from her old videos and just post flashbacks. She know how to do that. She probably know how to do that. Um and just put the flashback videos on here. That way she can still generate somewhat of an income and just take a break. Just take a break off of YouTube for a while. Take some time to get yourself together, Jazz. Get your mind right. Get yourself together. Take some time to heal. Go through your little healing process and just take it to God. Take it to God. Give it to God. Kind of let the chitter chatter die down a little bit because the more she comes on here on live, the more fuel that these negative reactors are gonna have to talk. So she needs to, I mean, maybe she needs to get off for a while so that'll die down a little bit. and just take some time to get your mind right, get yourself together, take some time to heal, um, and just, you know, think about what your next move gonna be. Pray and think about what your next move gonna be as far as the future of your channel or whatever. Like I said, I suggest a part-time job and do YouTube in addition to, you know, and I think she can do it. I really think she can do it, but she's got to put one foot forward. She got to stand 10 toes down. That's what she need to do. She got to stand 10 toes down and just focus on her babies. Focus on being there, showing up and being there for her babies. And, that's what I suggest, that she takes a break. She does need to take a break from YouTube. Maybe not give it up altogether, but like I said, take a little break and, but yeah, I know that because it's cathartic talking about what you're going through is very cathartic, but there's only so much that she should be sharing on here. At this point, like I said, she needs to talk to God and talk to a licensed therapist at this point. Because you know that's the two things that she needs to do, and just kind of pull up off of YouTube for a little bit. That's what I highly recommend. But I'm gonna keep my Jazzy life in my prayers. I've been following these mothers for quite some time, so I'm gonna keep my Jazzy life in. I just hate to see her going through this. I was really praying that this man wasn't gonna do this, but in my spirit, I kind of knew he was. But I was hoping and praying that he wouldn't. It's that kind of thing, You kind of hoping and praying that it doesn't happen, but then in the back of your mind, you know that yeah, you're not getting a good feeling about the situation. So it was that kind of situation. So, so I hate to see Jazz go. I hate to see any of these young ladies go through this stuff, but um, it's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned. Like I said, like I said in my other video, she's gonna learn from this. She's gonna come out wiser. She'll be able to school some people, once she goes through her healing process and stuff like that. She'll be able to educate and school folks and stuff like that. So it's all good. It's all good. She's gonna learn from it. It's gonna be a learning experience. But that healing process is gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Like I said, it hurts even more when it's the father of your child. And that's what a lot of people are not understanding. A lot of these people are coming on here and say, "Oh, you need to get over it, Jazz," and you knew he wasn't no good. Yeah, but the thing is that this is the father of her child. It might be a little bit easier if she didn't have any kids by him, but this is the father of her child, so he's not just walking away from her. He's walking away from that baby, and now she's having to face the harsh reality of raising Legendary without a father. And I've been there, done that, and it's rough. It's a harsh reality. So it's not gonna be easy for her. It's gonna be a rough road for her, coming to terms with that, and it's gonna be rough. And that aspect of it, she may never get past, but she'll learn to live with it. She'll learn to live with it, and she'll learn to cope with it after a while, and you know, she'll be able to do the best that she can as far as that. But I'm gonna keep my Jazzy life in my prayers, and if any of you guys watch her, um, sisters out there, keep her in your prayers, and I just pray that everything works out for Jazz and that God can heal her heart. Okay, hit that comment, like, subscribe, and share. And to the next video, you guys be blessed.